Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. You can also find us on all your favorite social media platforms. Disney rides come in all shapes and sizes, but sometimes the magic is interrupted when the rides malfunction and break down. It's bound to happen from time to time. Through submissions from viewers like you, these never-before-seen breakdowns give some rare perspectives into many of our favorite Disney rides.
Oh, wait.
Yeah! If you've caught a fail or malfunction on camera, you can submit it to www.tpmvids.com for a chance to have it featured in a future video. Now be sure to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside as we count down the top 10 Disney ride breakdowns, malfunctions, and in-show exits. Part 12. The Holiday Edition. Number 10. Frozen Ever After recently opened at Hong Kong Disneyland, and the animatronics look fantastic. What an improvement using physical faces as opposed to projected ones. A big thank you to a viewer named Trip C for this footage. Now, it wouldn't be a new Disney ride without it breaking down.
请注意，游乐设施已停止运行，请各位坐好。演艺人员马上会来提供帮助，谢谢各位合作。
This footage was submitted by a viewer named Justin, and at this point, the animatronics had already been powered down. Well, aside from Sven's eyes. Glad to see the Blink for Help made it all the way to Hong Kong. Well, with the work lights on and a cast member now on the scene, it was clear an in-show exit would be taking place to evacuate everyone off the ride. And speaking of in-show exits, this new ready, set in-show exit design has been added to the merch lineup. The links for these items are here in this video. Well, this is a first. I've never seen an anchor buoy used for a ride evacuation before. You know, just getting ready to dock the yacht. Hopefully he's used the right knot though. That would be awkward. Then this other cast member starts cranking a lever. Something else I've never seen before. I'm guessing it also has something to do with anchoring the boat in place from the bottom, maybe, but I don't know. Since this is a brand new modern ride system compared to Epcot, it's really cool seeing the differences in evacuation procedures here at Hong Kong Disneyland. Number 9. It's a Small World holiday has been an annual tradition at Disneyland since 1997, and the music gets you right into that holiday spirit. It was exactly what Liz Beach was expecting to hear, not so much this.
This is not creepy at all.
Nothing quite like the squeaks and creaks of the ride mechanics to get you in that holiday spirit. Merry Christmas! So the ride had been previously down for about an hour, and Liz was the very first boat sent through the ride. I guess it was a little premature because they didn't get around to turning on the music or even turning off the side lights.
They're all still doing their thing.
Yep, thankfully they were all marked safe after that Disneyland streaker. I'll never be able to look at the scene the same way again. Gotta love those sounds though. This really is starting to feel like the beginning of a horror film, just waiting for someone to jump out. Ah!
Oh, okay, well the work lights turned off. Maybe the sound will come on.
Well, you'd think, but there was still a good 2 minutes without that musical Yuletide cheer. Those hula girls were really jingling though.
Good job.
Now as they were moving to the beat of their own drum, the bells trailed off and then it finally happened. Just like that, the magical Disney Christmas spirit was restored. It's a Small World holiday has the perfect holiday sound. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say, It's a Small World holiday has the perfect holiday soundtrack, but talk about a chaotic ride through It's a Small World. Number 8. Getting stopped on the Little Mermaid ride is such a common occurrence that I'm sure that everyone who's been on the ride at least once has heard this.
What's this? You've come to a stop. Maybe it's that sea witch. Listen to me. Stay seated in your clamshell while I get to the bottom of this.
Now, this isn't the ride breaking down. Usually when guests using wheelchairs have to load or unload, or if people just take too long to get in and out of the clamshell, cast members need to stop the ride to make sure everyone gets in and out safely. Now, there are some instances, though, where you stop because the ride has actually broke down, and it'll probably look a little something like what Gareth experienced.
She's gonna take our souls.
If there is one scene I'd want to break down in, it would be Ursula's lair. I mean, how cool is this? Seeing this massive audio animatronic in full show mode without show lights is just fascinating.
Oh my god!
Oh, just kidding.
She just stops.
I mean, it's probably for the best. Well, after Ursula bounced around for another 5 minutes, cast members made it onto the scene when Gareth realized the animatronic was fully powered down.
Oh my god, Zach, look.
Oh god.
What the hell?
She's literally staring into your soul.
That's terrifying.
Now, the in-show exit for this ride is just a pretty simple walking tour to the exit. Only in this case, they got a rare up-close look at that Ursula animatronic.
That's so weird.
Or so cool, depending on how you look at it.
That's... she just starts moving again.
Well, that would actually startle me, I think. I'm easily spooked. Number 7. Living with the Land at Epcot is one ride you don't see breaking down that much. I mean, it's never been featured on the channel until right now.
Living with the Land is currently experiencing technical difficulties. Cast members will be on their way shortly to assist you from your ride vehicle.
The Park Report on YouTube submitted this breakdown, and you might be wondering, what does an in-show exit look like on Living with the Land? Well, first off, water pumps create the current that moves the boats through the waterway. When they're in the process of evacuating the ride, the pumps are turned off, and sometimes your boat might move backwards. This is a very normal thing to happen, and that's why cast members come onto the scene to manually push the boat and get you to a safe place to exit. This cast member makes pushing the boats seem so effortless. She actually pulled them all the way into the fish farm, where everyone then exited the boat.
Cast members will be on their way shortly to assist you from your ride vehicle. Please remain fully seated at all times with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat until the last member arrives to assist you.
Then it was time for the walking tour through the greenhouse, which basically takes you on the behind-the-scenes tour. That's actually a separate ticketed tour of the greenhouse, but here you get one for free. So talk about a win-win.
That was a once-in-a-lifetime event. Rarely happens.
And it really does it. I love how this ride is decorated for the holidays, though. That produce looks so festive. Well, the cast members then led the guests back into the main part of the pavilion, where they were given a lightning lane for the trouble. Number 6.
This tower will be powered down and powered back up in normal mode. Hotel guests, please remain seated.
Imagine this. You're stopped on Tower of Terror with the work lights on. You think the ride will be powering back up when all of a sudden...
Attention hotel guests, your elevator will be moving shortly. Please remain seated. You will be experiencing a full drop sequence.
Now, this video was sent in by a viewer named Ashley, and they're about to get a little surprise that not everyone gets to experience.
What? Uh-oh. What? Are the lights gonna be on for the whole thing?
You know it.
They're gonna be on?
So here on Tower of Terror, your ride vehicle moves onto this platform in the shaft, and that's actually what's moving up and down on the ride.
Lights off. Turn the lights off. What is
Then the fun part begins. It's kind of weird not hearing any sound effects, but how cool is this, seeing the full sequence with the lights on?
Oh my god! What is that? What is that? That's like a statue.
I've definitely added this to my wish list of Disney ride malfunctions I would love to experience. Number 5. No matter what time of year you experience Carousel of Progress, it's always Christmas in the finale. But this time we're gonna travel back to April of 2022.
We're sitting here.
We're trapped in here.
Now, this viewer named Tatum was sitting through their second time listening to the scene when...
Would you women please stand? I will be waiting about 2 minutes. Stay inside in your seat. We'll be waiting about 2 minutes. Thank you.
Relights 30% brighter.
No. No, not at all.
No one touched the stage. That's weird.
As a safety precaution, the stage has sensors that stop it from rotating if it's been touched or if it senses motion. Now, this was around the same time that Cat kept sneaking into the show building and setting off the sensors. So the culprit could have very well been that cat.
No one's touching the stage. You've all been in our seats this entire time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, remain in your seat. Order will be waited about 2 minutes. Thank you.
Once they got to the end of the scene for the second time, the carousel still hadn't moved. So naturally, they all did what any Disney fan would do.
There's a great, big, beautiful.
Come on, everyone, you know the words. And tomorrow is just a dream away. I always feel like people on this ride always share this unspoken bond. Music does bring people together.
Just a dream away. We are still not moving. They just told everyone to sit down and threatened to call security if you don't sit down. So we're all sitting down.
Well, people in the other scenes are probably standing up trying to leave the theater, which is extremely dangerous, by the way. Cast members can't resume motion if people are standing up, and you'll just be stuck in the scenes even longer. So just don't stand up. Now, thankfully, after a third full performance of Act 4, they were finally able to resume motion and end the show on a high note. Literally. This was one of the most enthusiastic audiences I've ever seen on this attraction. Getting stuck on Carousel of Progress isn't the most ideal situation, but leave it to true Disney fans to turn it into a positive experience.
Just a dream away. Woo!
Number 4. Goofy Sky School at Disney California Adventure is another ride that's never been featured in one of these breakdown videos, and that's all gonna change. Now, on any standard exposed roller coaster like Goofy Sky School, you'll always get stopped at either a lift hill or in a brake zone. But back in June of 2022, a viewer named Birdie caught this. Now, it's really rare seeing a train stopped on a turn. Usually, any momentum would just propel the vehicle forward, but they were just stuck. The train behind is stopped in a brake zone, though. It wasn't long before cast members showed up, and guests took a picture, and then they were all evacuated and taken down the stairs. Now that was the easy part. The train in front, though, required some backup.
He's up behind the car right now. There's another guy coming. Try to get the guys out of it. This is just... No, you see, he has one too.
You know this is not your typical breakdown when maintenance cast members come onto the scene with fall prevention harnesses. It's about to get serious. When I got this submission, I was stumped what could be wrong with the train. Everything looked fairly normal, but after this maintenance worker released something, they were able to push the train back and...
Oh, they're moving him back. Oh, it was someone's bag.
Somebody's bag.
Oh, it stopped it because of that?
Yeah, it looks like the bag straps got caught in the wheels, stopping the train completely. So, now what? Well, since there was already a train behind them blocking the evacuation platform, there was only one option. Can you guess? Yep, a good old coaster push, and they were able to finish the rest of the ride. Number 3. Enchanted Tales with Belle at Magic Kingdom has one of the coolest illusions in the pre-show. Now, as I was going through the attraction earlier this year, a little malfunction interrupted the illusion. Oh. Believe it or not, this was my first ride malfunction at Walt Disney World. I've had a couple of in-show exits at Disneyland, but never at Walt Disney World, so this was a first.
I'll go see if Maurice is still awake. Papa! Yeah, told you we had guests coming.
Now, while this wonderful cast member was explaining some of Maurice's inventions in the room, we all got a look at the mirror effect resetting, and I was just trying to contain my excitement for the entire time.
And that maquette was from when Maurice was
project.
Fun fact, the statue she's talking about can actually be found in the Be Our Guest restaurant. Now, the coolest part of all this was seeing the physical mirror reset. It was painfully slow, so I'm gonna speed it up a bit. I mean, it's not every day you get to see an illusion like this reset right before your eyes. Now, that other piece that just popped out on the right is the second piece of mirror that helps sell the illusion. I'll show you how it's used in a minute. So right here, that second piece of mirror pulls into position, matching the movement of the wooden door. And just like that, you get Disney magic at its finest. Number 2. This next one takes us on to Haunted Mansion Holiday at Disneyland, where a viewer named Bryce got stopped as they were entering the ballroom scene. It's surprising the show audio hasn't been turned off, but then we see a cast member run over, obviously looking for something.
I guess they're gonna let us off. They see that for now, guys?
Oh, an object on the track would definitely stop the ride, so maybe they're gonna be restarting. Or maybe they won't be. Okay, so an in-show exit should definitely be happening. Now, if only they could turn off that bell. Is there not going to be an in-show exit? I'm so confused. Okay, when they bring out the flashlights, you know it's serious. In-show exits will be taking place. Everything just seems so frantic for an evacuation. Bryce was now freed from the Doom buggy, but what was unusual was that the music was still playing. Then as they made it further along their in-show exit, the audio kept making this buzzing sound as they approached different rooms. Well, at least the music stopped. But I'm curious if anyone knows why that buzzing happens on Haunted Mansion. I'm assuming it's an issue with the ride's sound system because it's happened in a couple of other submissions. They were then led through the servants' quarters back into the park, but if anyone has an explanation, comment below. Number 1. We started the list off with Frozen in Hong Kong, and it's only fitting to end the list with Frozen Ever After at Epcot. So a viewer named Brandon had just passed Olaf when the lights came on and...
Wow. Once again, friends, we do ask you please remain seated until a cast member has come to assist you. Thank you.
That's the first. Yeah. This has never happened to us.
And what a great spot to break down. This is one of those scenes where the show lighting really transforms the entire space. Seeing it go from this to this, in my opinion, just enhances the magic so much. Now, it wasn't too long before cast members made it onto the scene.
Oh, yeah, that's terrifying. I'll get out of your way.
Oh, no, you're good.
They just sit there and blink the entire time. All night long. Blink.
They never shut off?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Well, I think we just got confirmation that these animatronics never really shut off. Huh, I wonder what goes on in here at night. Now, getting guests out of the vote for the in-show exit is pretty straightforward since there is an evacuation platform on the rider's right-hand side. What this does mean is getting a great up-close look at the animatronics, where Sven was still blinking. This is one of the best spots on the ride to break down, and what's really fascinating is how all the shadows on the snow are painted this purple color. In show lighting, it all looks blue. It really makes you realize the power of lighting. It was then a pretty simple walk back to the load area where they were all given a lightning lane for the trouble. So have you ever broken down on a ride at the Disney theme parks? What was that experience like? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.